Hey guys, so this is the week 39 vlog. So, week 39 was the last week of May and therefore the last week of classes. So, after speaking club on Sunday and cooking up a nice lentil soup, which turned out pretty good, I just got into the rest of the week with all my individual lessons and other classes. It was a pretty busy week, pretty taxing, I guess, because I had to make a lot of lessons because I'm kind of getting towards the end and I'm starting to reach the end of content. And I also spent some time writing in my book, sequel that is, and that was nice. It's always nice when I can get back to that and just kind of relax my mind. And doing that exercise, I think, is good mental exercise. So I did a little bit of writing, and also during the week, I restarted my package search. A package was sent from Campus Ministries literally 3 months ago that was supposed to be here by now, and friends put different messages and things in there for me, but it's still not here yet, and I have only 2 weeks left, so I'm trying to find that because, like, I think it's valuable, and I had a personal experience with not properly treasuring what people entrusted to me in the past, leaving WashU, which is a whole nother story. But because of that experience, I definitely want to respect this package that was sent, so I'm going to try to get my hands on that. But all of that took a backseat last week to what happened across the pond back in America, which was just insane. There was the murder of George Floyd, and it was just unfortunate to see. And I mean, every unarmed or any unjust black death always gets a response, but generally it's the ones that are either more blatant or the ones that you have more video or more evidence on that kind of hit harder. This one was obviously in broad daylight. And I mean, it's just unfortunate to see like that this still is a problem, and it's unfortunate that people have to cycle through this despite the emotional exhaustion and in some ways the physical exhaustion that being in this situation takes on them. And now the country as a whole has kind of decided to throw away the whole coronavirus situation and just focus on this, which I mean, I guess is right in terms of the search for justice. But it's crazy that one pandemic has to be, or one maybe epidemic has to be thrown to the side to deal with another epidemic. But that's the situation, and I mean, I support justice and I support people that are hurting, or I want to be there for people that are hurting. So I'm obviously with everyone that's protesting and everyone that's upset. And there's so much talk about so many things, and I won't go into everything because that should be its own video probably. But there also is economic frustration. So in terms of looting and people just attacking physical property and stuff, there's frustration about who owns that and who's in control of that, and how those people in control of those things have also treated black people, not necessarily physically, but mentally and economically, and socially. There's frustration about that as well. So looking at just general basic social theory and things like that, it's not really a surprise that people are reacting to that as much as they are also. And I mean, after this whole week and just kind of taking in everything, and since I can't really respond to any of these US text messages or text message petitions and things, I tried to find something I could do. And what I ended up settling on was, I guess, airing out Ted Wilson, the church's president, on Twitter. And I mean, people on Twitter kind of came at me for it, and one girl said, like, it's embarrassing what you're doing. But I mean, the reality is I care about the church, and I care about a leader of any Christian church having a response to what's happening. The response that was put out by Ted Wilson was very generalized and said a lot of things that right now are, I guess, they're valid but not relevant. Like a lot of focus was given to like Adventists and the church, and very little was given to the people that are hurting next to us. And I think it was a very selfish and self-serving message that was put out, and I called him out over it, regardless if he responds or not. Like, I'm definitely bent on calling people out in places where they need to be called out, leadership that is, because leadership is supposed to step up in times like these and make statements. And I mean, everyone should be speaking out against this, but people in positions of higher influence have that much more responsibility to be responsive to what's happening. And I talked to my friend Neff, and I was telling him, yeah, like, we should be present and be responsive, as Christians and just as people in general. So, I mean, who knows what these protests will be like in the next couple of weeks when I'm back. My guess is they'll probably be finished for the most part, because protest seasons usually don't last very long, in response to like these individual deaths. I mean, the civil rights movement was like a very long, drawn out thing, but you know, in 2 weeks the protests might be finished and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely on board with trying to get justice, regardless of how this world is supposed to end and things of that nature. Like, we still do have a responsibility to do our best for those around us and to support what's right, regardless of what the end result actually is. So with that in mind, that's how I'm moving forward, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Those of you that are back in the States, definitely gonna miss my people here. Planning on having some meetups and stuff in the next couple of weeks, so I pray that that all works out and things. But yeah, see you guys. Peace.
He's a fortunate failure. It's often